folks? So first of all, thanks for watching my video. Make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons if you're enjoying the content I'm putting out, you like this video, and you like learning, and you love bass, and you like music. So today, we're talking about the double thump technique, also known, aka, as the double thumb technique. And that just basically means we're going down and up with our thumb, just like a guitar player goes down and up with his pick on a string. So if I play a note, let's just say 3rd fret E string. Can you see that? You like that? Today we're going to be using Victor Wooten's song Classical Thump as a reference point and kind of a way into the double thumbing technique. And interestingly enough, Victor Wooten actually wrote Classical Thump. I'm running out of air. Victor Wooten wrote Classical Thump as a warm-up technique for his thumbing techniques and stuff that goes along with it, like, you know, open hammer pluck. Stuff like that. Basically, you're just going down and up with your thumb. Okay, so there's a little bit of difference between what a guitar player does with their pick and what we're going to be doing with our thumb. So let's break it down a little bit. So the down stroke, okay, I play through the string. So if it's the E string, okay, I play through it. Let's see if you can see that, okay. Okay, and I land on the string below it. Some people call this a rest stroke. You can call it that if you want. I just call it playing through the string. Doesn't really matter. You're just playing through the string, landing on the string below it. Now when I get to the G string, I just tend to land on the body of the bass. And if you see, I've worn away the wood here, which is actually a badge of honor because I used to see pictures of Victor Wooten, and he had his bass, and it was always worn away right there. And it's like, one day I'll have that same thing. And I've kind of got it a little bit. That's the basic down stroke, okay? So the next part is once you come down, you got to go back up, right? And so you have to play through. You pluck up with your thumb, okay? And you can really give it torque. Now, you're using, let's see if you can see this. You're using the little edge of your thumbnail, okay, when you're coming up. You want to think about that as like the little point on the plectrum, aka pick. So you come down and then you go back up. Now, it's really uncomfortable. This technique took me about a year to get used to, and that wasn't like dedicated practice. You know, I didn't have any Rocky anime montage where I was like training and, you know, there was cool 80s music. No, none of that. I was super lazy, so I would just do stuff with my thumb until I started to feel uncomfortable, and then I would leave it alone, come back to it later. So if you focus on it, you can get this a lot quicker than I did, okay? But it is going to be uncomfortable. It can be a little painful, so you want to ease into it because most people aren't used to having weird pressure on their thumbnail like that. It can almost feel like a bruise when you really get into it. So the portion of Classical Thump that we're going to go over today is composed of 3 parts, okay? Once you learn the notes of the first cycle or the first part, it will be the same notes in the second and third parts, but the technique gets a little more complicated. So let's just go over the notes slowly. It's for those of you who know a little bit more music theory, it's based around 3 chords, okay? So G major, F major, or F major 7, and D7 or D dominant 7, okay? If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. So here is the notes. So we start off on the 3rd fret E string, okay? 5th fret A, 5th fret D, and 4th fret G, okay? Nice G arpeggio. Now once you get here, you're going to go back to the 5th fret D, and then back to 4th fret G. Once again, 5th fret D, 4th fret G, 5th fret D, and then 5th fret A. All together. And this little trade-off motif, ba 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 ba, you're going to hear that throughout this riff as we go to the various chords. Okay, so, and then we switch to F. I'm sorry, not F, C. I think I said F before. I don't know, I keep getting confused. It's G major, C major, and then D7, not F. Bad Eric. And then we get to C. So it's 3rd fret A string, 5th fret D string, 5th fret G string. Once you get there, you go to the 4th fret G string, back to the 5th, back to the 4th, and then the 2nd, all on the G. Once you're there, you're going to go to the 5th fret D. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, then we outline the final chord, D7. Okay, so we play 5th fret A, 5th fret D, 5th fret G. Okay, now, once we get there, you're going to go to the 4th fret D, back to the 5th fret G, 4th fret D, 5th fret G, and one more time on the 4th fret D. And then you outline the very beginning again. You do the same thing. Back to the 3rd fret E, 5th fret A, 5th fret D, 4th fret G, 5th fret D, 4th fret G, 5th fret D, and then 5th fret A. So all together, it sounds like this. Sorry. Now we're going to add a down thumb to it. So it's going to be all those notes that we just went over. If you're still unclear on it, just rewind the video, review it. Okay, but now we're going to do our down thumb. So remember, you go play through the string with your thumb and then land on the string below. If you're at the G string, what I do is I play through and then I land on the body of the bass, okay? So all together, I'm going to go through the whole thing slowly. So here's the first portion. All down strokes. Back to the first part. Faster. Okay, so that is, let's call that level 1. That's part 1, that's the very first thing you do. Okay?